This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Hello, Sean. It feels like we're spending a lot of time with Colby lately.
We are. We're joined by Pick Dundee, formerly known as the Dantabase, Colby. Dant, what's happening, Colby?
Best time of year, guys.
Why is that?
Because this is March. All right, we're here. All right, February 25th started March. All right, cut those other 3 days off. It's already a short month. Cut those other 3 days off.
Colby's doing everything he can to eliminate Black History Month. Colby, I don't appreciate that.
Wow.
February is a great month. It needs to be longer. Wow, the chat is alive and well. Adrian Kennedy, Chad Graham, Josh Selway checking in. It does feel like it's March, especially with that Saturday of college basketball we just had with the buzzer beaters, the upsets. It really is just it was awesome.
We can all agree.
And Black History Month should be all year, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
First of all, yeah.
And Rob Donaldson saying you guys should have Fred Durst on the program. I'm a huge Fred Durst fan. His music, his films.
You know this is this
Is this a reference to
yes.
your? Yeah, okay.
And last night, if you tuned into the college basketball experience, I did my Fred Durst impersonation.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Let's hear it.
I did it as a welcome to the welcome.
Oh.
You know how I do welcome to the college basketball experience. This is a Limp Bizkit song. Welcome to the college basketball experience.
No, that's not a good impression.
Dude, that's the worst band ever.
Rolling. Rolling.
It slaps.
Yo, whack, Colby, call. You gotta.
Fred Durst could have only happened exactly when he happened in time.
I went on a spiel.
I would say Fred Durst is the ultimate chameleon. He is a guy much like in the mushrooms in The Last of Us. Whatever environment Fred
Please,
Durst,
no spoilers.
whatever environment Fred Durst is put in, he would find a way to grow.
Oh.
He's the ultimate chameleon.
Yeah. No. He's not a glue guy. He's not going into a locker room and making a team
he
better.
If he's born in the 70s, he's the guy with the long hair and he's got the bell bottoms. And
you know who he is? You know who he is? He's Rudy Rudiger of the music world.
Hold on,
he's saying not talented. He's not talented.
He's Merrill Hodge of rap rock. He finds a way.
Look, he took something and they gave him an inch and he took it 100 yards to the house.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think rap rock exists anymore. I think it only existed for the period of time that Limp Bizkit was making music.
But I'm saying, let's say he's born in a different era. Whatever.
Sean, he's not musically talented.
He tried to be like Rage Against the Machine, but he didn't have skill.
The fact that he's not musically talented and has sold so many albums, I'm saying whatever era you dropped him in, he would figure out how to make shitty music in that era.
Perfect Storm.
No, dude.
Perfect Storm
I'm with
happened.
Colby. I
The
think
late 90s, the late 90s.
You drop him off in the 60s.
Hold on,
he's the lead singer.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is, dude. What are you talking about?
Now,
you don't think there were bands in the 60s that sold albums that didn't have talent?
No, I think for the most part, this is something that happened later on.
You ever heard of the Monkees? Fred Durst would be the lead monkey.
The Monkees are a lot more listenable than Limp Bizkit. Now,
dude, you're crazy.
See, Sean, here's the problem. We've stumbled into an area that I've seen this look before. This is Moscow, Idaho. This is John Elway versus Tom Brady.
Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about what he did accomplish. I rattled this off, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but I do believe Jessica Simpson in her prime.
What are you?
Halle Berry, Alyssa Milano, Carmen Electra, Pam Anderson,
Are those songs?
Jamie
He's
Presley.
one of those guys
Those are
who
songs?
will
He
get
dated all of
penetration.
them. So I mean, I gotta give Durst his due. I
See.
don't want to make it seem like this is a smear campaign. Not a good musician.
Sean, play the
He sold 40 million albums.
the
I'm
Benedict.
telling you, he finds a way.
That's a mistake.
Play
That's
the-
because of the guitarist and
play
the,
the Benedict
the
music.
DJ.
Yes,
Yeah,
because he's
Yeah.
a savvy, slippery guy who's gonna find a guy who knows how to
Any
play
other,
guitar.
Any other time period, he's not famous.
No, but he finds a different guitarist.
Any other time period, he's drunk at the local bowling alley.
You're crazy.
Right?
I mean, he's probably drunk at the bowling alley
to
now.
not have a complex answer, but it does feel like he's a little bit more like the phenomenon known as life than just sprinkling some emergency in water and making an emergency.
Hey, you know what? We're going to be rolling over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. You know, Colby, he did it all for the nookie, but you can do it for a great sign-up bonus. Instead of going to a local bookie, make my WynnBet your place to bet. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Get that bet 100, get 100. State restrictions apply. Again, they got so many ways to win. NBA, NHL, XFL, college basketball. Obviously, we got a ton of winners. Conference tournament previews. We're in the middle of them. We just put out one yesterday, last night. Got a second one already up on youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. So many ways to win. And you got to do it where you bet big, win even bigger. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at wynnbet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you're someone who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
I got the perfect comparison. Fred Durst is the Steve-O of music. Like if Steve-O didn't have to hey, I'm gonna stick a Matchbox car up my ass.
By saying
you know
that,
what I mean?
but by saying that, you're giving more credit to Sean's argument because
Yes.
Steve-O
No, he wouldn't have got
would
famous
have been
in
a
any
star.
other era.
Oh, dude, he would have. He went to clown college.
I agree with
I'm
Steve-O.
saying he would have been like he would have been the
Stop
craziest
was
clown
driven.
in
He would
Big
have
Top
been like
Circus.
he would have been. I swear he would have
All right,
focused that energy somewhere else and been.
For
doing
those
something.
wondering, yes, we will be covering. I know, shamefully, we didn't cover the NEC last year, but we will be covering every college basketball tournament, like Sean mentioned. Just for the numbers' sake, we already put two already out this week. Sean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more college basketball episodes. This being the 5th, so 4 more after this. A lot of college basketball. Like I said, too much Colby. Maybe I don't know. March Madness. By the way, I saw someone put it in the chat. Dirty Durst kind of sounds a little bit like there's Thirsty Thursdays. Could we have a Dursty Thursdays?
Oh, Thirsty Thursdays. I like it.
We don't
I
even.
like it.
I mean, we can even
Shut
make
the
it.
fuck up.
Wasn't his second most famous song
Which, by
a
the
cover?
way,
It was not a cover.
is the whole
Yeah.
name of the band just named after Whiskey Dick?
In my opinion, that's just the worst band.
Is a
ever,
Limp
right?
Bizkit you're like referring to your dick?
No idea.
I mean, it's just the next level kind of Fred Durst angle. Imagine selling 40 million albums.
If you told me I had to
naming
listen,
your band after a fucking whiskey dick.
if you told me I had to listen to Yanni the rest of my life or Limp Bizkit,
No.
I go Yanni all day.
But
Durst named the band Limp Bizkit because he wanted a name that would repel listeners. According to Durst, the name is there to turn people's heads away.
Do you know where
a
he's
lot of
from?
people pick up the disc and go Limp Bizkit? Oh, they must suck. Those are the people that we don't even want listening to our music. I
You
like
got to
it.
zig when they zag.
It's genius.
He's from Florida.
Genius marketing.
He's from the great state of Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. That's where that band's from. You know.
I now want to watch a documentary on Fred Durst. All right.
Shout out to Trevor Vander Bosch saying happy conference tournament day. Let's fucking go. Rob Donaldson, I can't believe you guys have yet to cover Mary Mac and Stonehill. We did cover Mary Mac.
Last night.
Well, if you're on the YouTube last night, if you're on the podcast feed,
It's dropping tomorrow.
Tuesday at some point.
We got you covered.
All right, you ready to talk some? Which, by the way, I still loving the Big East for having this beautiful 3:30 p.m. on the Pacific Coast tip. I mean, it's genius. Why not start earlier? When will the mid majors get going at 2 p.m. on the West Coast?
Well, and real quick, we mentioned it on the conference tournament, but just we have to do some insane touting. Our combined lock record now 9-3 past 2 weeks. I'm coming off last week. Of course, I was 9-4 with the hit both locks and the dog. Colby's lock percentage sitting at 69%. Kramer and I well above 50%. We are heating up.
You think Fred Durst could hit 69% of his locks, Sean?
I think he's an amazing marketer, and we should just hope that he doesn't get into sports gambling podcast. That's what we can just pray to the gods. He would be the ultimate tout.
Like, he could just have a huge dong. We never really thought of that angle. That would bring fame.
That's why Colby's not a fan.
You know, I see I do see the comparison to Tom Brady.
No, we kind of stepped on this, Sean. But the ultimate Fred Durst angle is that Colby's hating on him just to love him. So in true Benedict fashion,
I do have the backwards hat on.
You look.
Yeah, because you picked that up from
he created that style.
He popularized it.
I mean, I know a lot of
I
people.
could have swore Carlton Fisk.
I know
catcher.
a lot of people.
Yeah. When Colby starts dyeing his goatee, we know he's gotten. He's gone full Durst.
I did like his movie he directed.
Well, there you go. Again, multi-talented.
Again, you're
a lot of people hated it.
A lot of
Didn't mind it.
A lot of people credit Ken Griffey Jr. for the backwards hat. It's actually Fred Durst. So, especially when hitting home runs, that's a.
Nah, I feel like it's got to be a catcher.
Smashing dingers and wearing a backward hat is a Fred Durst.
Fucking Mickey Tettleton over here.
You never seen Fred Durst at the celebrity softball circuit. Duke and smash dingers. They call him Ken Griffey Jr. All right, 3:30 on the West Coast. Before all the other games start, again, why are the mid majors not doing this? We're heading to Indianapolis, where Butler hosts Marquette. Marquette coming in here as a 7-point favorite. Big East rule of take the home team, especially when you're catching a lot of points. Does that still apply here, Colby?
Well, it is Hinkle Fieldhouse, and that's a legendary place, and I feel like Butler does play a lot better at home.
Yes, they lost to Georgetown at home last time they were at home.
True, but they still have been better at home all year than away. This is a big game for Butler because they could pass St. John's in seeding. St. John's has Marquette on deck as well.
This is a big game for Marquette too. Marquette's been heating up, 9-1 their last 10.
But they've clinched actually.
Oh, I think they need to win here. That would lock up the regular season championship for them, according to what I'm looking at.
I think they have the tiebreaker though, right? I think they have the tiebreaker.
I'm seeing they need to win, but either way, I mean, Marquette's been good as an away favorite, 5-1 ATS. They've really been heating up, but again, Butler at home, 10-5 in their home games.
They clinched a share of the Big East regular season title, so you're both kind of right.
Okay, so they clinched at least tying it, but then win would lock it up.
Why would you have a tiebreaker? What the fuck are we doing here? Sometimes you figure out what these conferences are up to, and you realize that like it's no different than youth sports, except for they have a schedule.
Is this like is Marquette looking past this Butler team? I think that would be the take here if you're on Butler.
I don't think so, Colby.
I'll take the. I mean, look, Shaka when he's a big favorite doesn't normally hit.
So you're telling me I should?
But Marquette has been good as a road favorite, 5-1 ATS.
True,
and Butler's been horrible in conference, 6-11-1 ATS in conference, 2-9 in quad one win games. I want to be riding this Marquette team, but man, this feels like a spot they trip up a little bit. 7-point home dog in conference is pretty big for a decent team like Butler.
Butler sucks though.
I'm gonna go Butler +7.
I'm on Butler plus the points as well.
Sean, they lost by 6 to Georgetown. So
again, it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm taking them, because if it was easy to take a home dog, Ryan, they wouldn't be a home dog, right?
Butler's actually the better defensive team. The problem is on the offensive side of the ball, but a lot of that has been players being injured. Manny Bates is a game time decision. Obviously, you want to monitor that, but give me Butler plus the points.
All right, I guess we're gonna give the Discord a pick because I'm not fading a home team in the Big East. Discord
lucky to get this Marquette -7.
2-6 last time the Discord took the court, so hopefully they're not feeling too sore. Next up, heading back to my MAC. For Ball State and Akron. You know I love the Zips, Colby. 4 p.m. tip here on the East Coast. Big number for the Zips. And I think last time we all spoke, we liked Ball State,
And Akron,
and they got it done for us.
they need to. They're still technically alive, but Toledo's got a 2-game lead on them. Ball State losing to Eastern Michigan on the road. And Western Michigan on the road kind of cost them. They're only 3 games back, but they're officially eliminated from winning the MAC. However, though, they've been fire at home. I'm sorry, Akron's been fire at home, 14-1. I'm all over the Zips here.
Yeah, I mean, it stands out to me how bad Ball State.
Ball State kind of cooling off, especially on the road. They are they have been decent this season. ATS 8-6 on the road. I don't know. Akron seems like the play though. They're just so good at home.
What was your MAC home team trend?
Oh, it's like
The top teams in the MAC are some ridiculous like 50-4 at home. Akron lay.
Yeah, I think there's only been a couple road in conference wins in the MAC, which is crazy.
Is excellent. The Discord's going to get off to a slow start once again.
Oh wow, Hunter Morale checking in. Shout out stacking the money on going 4-0 at XFL plays.
What? All right, that's a burner. Who are you? Who is he logged into on his computer over there?
I'm Hunter Morale.
We're not even 20 minutes into the episode, and you're crowbar in more.
I went
XFL.
I went 3-1 on my my totals. I'm a totals guy, and that extreme
You're the XFL
league.
Totals. Certainly not straight up or ATS.
I don't usually like football, but in the spring I do, and I bet totals. That's the new character. That's what a spring football totals better is. Someone who just zooms in, watches TMZ on the regular. St. Louis, another nice matchup here. Heads to Richmond, where VCU is laying 5.5 points. Another 4 p.m. tip on the West Coast. I mean, I'm not straying from the. I mean, I know they're not Big East, but it's kind of like an East Coast thing. We got it. I think I'm just taking all home teams today.
VCU wins this, they win the A10.
Too much at stake. And you know what? I was watching old. Not ashamed to say this. I was watching old highlights of Gus Johnson calling March Madness games. I miss the old A10. That was a conference call.
I always loved the A10.
That was a conference.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go St. Louis here. I think they have the offense.
The Rams?
Yeah,
we love VCU. What are you doing? You're a Richmond guy.
Yeah.
I'm
going St. Louis. I like their offense. I think it's a little bit of a revenge game. VCU won in St. Louis by 8. I think St. Louis, third way tie in the A10, 2 games left. I think they're trying really hard to get that double bye, and they're second in the A10 in scoring offense. I think they can keep this close enough.
What about their 4-6 road record?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have to win straight up. They just have to cover 5.5.
You're right. That's asking for a tall order at the Stuart Siegel Center. All right.
What is a billiken? Have we tracked that down?
It hangs out with the Sea Dragon. It rides a Sea Dragon.
So it's pro sea. It thinks Sea Dragon greater than Land Dragon. Interesting. Yeah, I'm 100% on VCU here. I like that you're stepping out though, Sean. Not letting the Discord just scoop up
the
all
Discord can't have all the picks.
All right. I mean, to me, like the one angle I have on this one is I think VCU is the ultimate gets to the line team, and I think St. Louis will put you on the line. So to me, that's the stretch out here. Hopefully, they make their free throws.
You want the real analysis?
Sure. I mean, I would prefer real analysis.
Travis Ford's the coach of St. Louis. They can't win games. They're much more talented than their team should be record wise. They let me down every time I see them play a good opponent. So
we need a swipe left, swipe right on college coaches for Colby. Like I want to hear the ones that he loves
and musicians apparently.
Well, no, I mean
musicians.
No one needed that bit. We can maybe I'll scrub that from the podcast version. There will be no mention of Fred Durst on these airwaves. All right, another 4 p.m. tip here on the West Coast. Durham, North Carolina, a little in-state Iggy. Although it's not the main event. It's not Duke, North Carolina, but it is NC State, Duke.
Yeah.
Duke laying 5.5. Duke obviously looking ahead.
NC State though is just dead, right?
The conference is dead.
Yeah, I mean the ACC is completely cooked, but
I love it. This is great for Virginia Tech.
Duke hasn't lost at home. They've won 4 straight.
Coach K really didn't come out of retirement. Are we sure he's not coaching behind the scenes?
This is a huge game for seeding. Duke is a half game up on NC State.
NC State's been horrible on the road. 5-11 ATS last 16 road games.
Yeah.
I mean, in one way, I would look to take NC State coming off that embarrassing loss to Clemson, but I think at some point it almost works the other way, where it's like I don't know if there is any bouncing back for NC State. They lost by 25 points on Senior Day at home. That to me is a team that is fucking done.
Duke hasn't lost at home. It's Duke at home.
Yeah,
Duke at home.
Is easy play.
I mean, I'm not going to overthink this. Duke minus 5.5 all day.
More Discord action.
Yeah,
it's almost too simple. Is this the right number?
Yep.
Ken Palm likes it by 5 for what it's worth. Clemson, another ACC battle here. Clemson, who made, for those of us who didn't select Clemson against NC State, made us look foolish. Clemson heads to Charlottesville to play basketball, not to do anything else, just play basketball. Virginia laying 7 here. Virginia also recently laid a nice stinker against Boston College, followed up with a nice stinker against North Carolina.
Yeah.
But now they're coming home.
Clemson could win the ACC if they win this game. Look at this. If they win this game, they're 1 game back, right?
This conference is dead. I'm as an ACC fan, ACC backer.
DOA.
They're a mid-major. I mean, come on. No Coach K.
Every
no
team's
juice,
got a shot.
which is kind of like the football coastal division. Typically.
Yeah.
Oh, is Moneyline back an ACC guy?
No.
Oh, he doesn't like the ACC.
He's a Big 12 guy.
So he agrees with me.
Yeah.
It's a mid-major at this point.
Yeah, that's what they were arguing last time. Remember the argument in the chat? Some ACC fan was in there trying to rep the ACC.
I've realized I now think it's good for Virginia Tech to take a step down, a slight step down in competition. Clearly, the coaches they have aren't getting it done. They're losing offensive line coaches to Notre Dame. Why are you sending that to me before the show, Colby? That's not going to make.
I
me
like
feel
that.
Can't take UVA laying this many points at home, but it is a good situation for them.
Yeah, because they're coming off the losses against UNC, Boston College, Clemson coming off a massive win against NC State.
Still too many points. Virginia doesn't blow out
Horseshoe up their ass.
Yeah,
Clemson's had a horseshoe up their ass all fucking season, Sean. You're good at identifying this. You have one of those horseshoe up your ass stethoscopes.
All right, you guys talked me into
ever since I saw you identify the one up Andrew Luck's ass that was very hidden to the public. It's an impressive skill. It's like being telepathic, but for seeing horseshoes up asses. Iowa heads to Bloomington to take on Indiana, coming off that massive upset, or maybe they don't view it as an upset, but definitely was a huge upset. Paid like an upset. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Indiana laying 5.
Well, then this is like 2 teams as far as like situation spots. These are 2 teams you want to fade. Iowa coming off that miracle win against Michigan State, and then Indiana coming off a massive rivalry game against Purdue. Like I wish we could bet against both these teams.
Who's a better team, Colby?
Indiana. I'm all over the
Indiana's offense is just fucking good, and Iowa not only the crazy comeback, but that game was also in OT on
At
Saturday, and now you're on the road.
Yeah,
this is just a massive letdown.
Indiana's playing great basketball right now. They're 14-1 at home. Meanwhile, Iowa's 3-7 on the road. Trace Jackson Davis, no answer for him.
Their only win over their last 6 road games was in Minnesota, which they're having would you call it a down year?
And I was now
down decade.
I was 3-10 in their road on the road ATS. I mean, Indiana for me is lock potential. I'm a little nervous taking them off the big win against Purdue.
Play
but
the points. This is easy as well. What's Tubby up to nowadays?
Tubby Smith?
Yeah,
he's a retirement.
I always associate him with Minnesota for whatever reason. I was watching a lot of.
He won the national championship at Kentucky.
I understand that.
Okay.
I lived with a guy who was a Minnesota fan, and during that time, Tubby was the coach. And so to me, he's always a gopher, and the barn is a pretty cool spot.
So you're on Indiana run.
Yeah. Like I said,
Discord getting a lot of picks.
Iowa +5 for the Discord.
It took UVA for me to not take a home team for the Tuesday slate so far.
Hey, before we get to the rest of the game, shout out to Talkify. If you're a single dude and listening to this podcast, I'm guessing we're dude heavy, and you haven't signed up with Talkify yet. What are you doing? You're missing out. Again, it's not easy to find people online, and think how many, if you're just going to a bar to try and meet a girl, it's just not the way to go. And you want the confidence of knowing that you already have a lot in common. You know, why just keep throwing your line out there trying to catch some fish when, you know, Talkify to me, it seems like just the ultimate wingman. You know, they already do the screening for you. Talkify is the country's #1 modern matchmaking service designed to help you achieve relationship success.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Again, the Talkify matchmakers, they meet with you, hey, what are you into? Okay, first half unders. All right. Anything else? What are you looking to meet from a partner? Someone who doesn't like to parlay, money line, huge money line favorites in the NFL, whatever it is that you're into, Talkify will help you find that perfect match. 80% of their clients meet their person within the first 12 matches. So again, date smarter, not harder.
Fred Durst was using this back 20 years ago, right?
Oh yeah. He owes a lot of his success in the entertainment industry and outside of it, thanks to Talkify.
They matched Halle Berry and Fred Durst together. Wild world.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Halle Berry is on Talkify. You have to sign up to find out. Right now, Talkify is offering our listeners 20% off when you become a client at Talkify.com/SGPN. That's TAWKIFY.com/SGPN for 20% off when you become a client. Talkify.com/SGPN.
It would be worth a little bit of investigation, Sean. I feel like our pool of think about how much fun would it be to have a spouse who also was a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
Maybe not. Actually. Maybe you need someone with a stable income.
Yeah, find you a sugar mama that can
Charles.
can fund all your gambling.
Like
business.
Charles, it was like, luckily my wife had a great job. So Charles from the Dr. Phil.
Truly
episode.
and honestly, the holes in that guy's story are disgusting. I mean, what kind of fucking pre-production work was done to look at his background?
My dad's analysis was like, I saw that guy. He was full of a lot of shit.
It would be funny to have random old people watch that appearance and just get their take on it. Ohio heads to Kent, Ohio, to take on Kent State. Kent State laying 8.5 here. We were earlier discussing the premier teams in the MAC and maybe a strategy of just taking them. I don't know. Does Ohio qualify? Does Kent State qualify? I think Kent State does qualify. Ohio's pretty good though.
Yeah.
And I think there was something in the trend when they were playing maybe slightly worse teams. I don't know.
Kent State's undefeated at home, but they're also not. This was a
big ass fucking number.
Yeah, I mean they're not known for their offense. They're known for their defense. So it's almost like the Virginia angle here.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too big. Give me the Bobcats and the points.
Ohio's shooting 37.5% behind the arc. Good for 22nd in the country. Very good offensive rebounding team. Hit their free throws. That's all the kind of stuff I look for in an upset. But
ooh,
I don't know, man.
It's strength on strength. I mean, when you look at
and Kent State is outside looking in. They're super hungry.
Yeah, and they're going for that 1 seed.
And that's the other thing. Yeah. Like Ohio, the only way they get in is if I think they have to win the MAC tournament, right?
Yeah, but Kent State, they're looking for the 1 seed, playing for the 1 seed. So I do think Kent State will win the game. I just think it's kind of like Virginia, where they don't really put it on teams because they're not.
Because they can.
They're a great defensive team, low scoring, little dust up. Oh. This is what's going to happen here. So give me Ohio to cover the big number, but Kent State to win the game.
Oh wow. Interesting.
So when Ohio wins outright, Colby will be like, I was incorrect on that game. He's not going to take credit for it.
Threading that needle.
Or will he go, I told you
Ohio doesn't win road games, dude.
Well, that's why I'm taking Kent State.
Why are you taking the points then?
It's because Kent State, this is a 5-point game the last time they played. But look at Kent State.
I get it, but the MAC teams at home to me is an autoplay. Damn near autoplay.
There's certain teams that it's like Virginia. I can never take the points, but Virginia's going to have a good year. I knew that. You can just never take the points.
Okay. Yeah, I think a couple bits of factual information to point out. Kent State won by 5 on the road in Ohio. This is not on the road, as you know. And I do think that Kent State's ability to defend the 3-point line, Ohio's main method of scoring is the 3-pointer. So if they're shut down there, it could be a disgusting game. And much like UVA, Kent State could beat them by 15 in a low-scoring rock fight.
And Kent State's 26 in the nation in 3-point defense.
Yeah, There you go.
Yeah. No, you make a lot of great points.
Fucking
Look,
need
I
a big
wouldn't-
clock around.
I
Sean
wouldn't be
second.
super surprised if Kent State won by 15, but I think odds are
What do you mean odds?
that it's more
Are you
likely.
explaining to the audience what betting is?
Money
more
line,
likely-
Moneyline Mac is saying no ACC game should make the slate.
Well, Colby put 2 on here. I did not ask for that. 3. There's a third ACC game. How dare
Oh,
you?
he found the bonus game.
How dare you? All right, let's head back to the Big East. So Colby's on Ohio. Interesting, Sean. That feels that's almost lock potential right there.
Really? See, I'm not locking it, but
It's just one of those perfect matchups. It won't go. You know what? You can pencil that in. All right, Big East, 5:30 on the West Coast. We're heading to Newark, where Seton Hall hosts Villanova. Nova laying 2 here on the road. Are they on a what's the current temperature on Villanova? Are you super fan?
hot.
But here's the
R.I.P. Syracuse.
Here's
It's
the
all
angle
Nova.
here is that Seton Hall can they're on the outside of the bubble. They
Yeah.
need this win. Villanova's they're gonna have to win the Big East tournament, but it makes it for a very compelling matchup because you have Seton Hall trying to get into the dance. If they win this could be one that gets them in. And Nova is red hot, playing great ball at the right time. I like Villanova though. I'm buying in all the way.
Yeah. What's the
Villanova beat Seton Hall last time they played earlier and not that long ago in February here. Villanova shot 40% from 3 in that game. They've won 5 of the last 6, including big wins over Xavier and Creighton. I don't know, man.
Justin Moore's a big difference.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's just playing like such a beast. You can't.
If they would have
fade him.
had him all year, they would be in the tournament.
They still might be.
Well, they got to win the Big East.
Well,
Look out, here they come.
Give me the home dog here. This isn't the time, guys. This is a trap. You guys are falling for it. No such thing as a trap. Texas Tech heads to Lawrence, Kansas to take on Kansas, laying a shitload of points. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. It's a later tip here, 9 p.m. Hopefully the body clocks are okay. I mean, look, we're only one Big 12 matchup. What's going on, Colby?
They're playing their games today, buddy.
Oh, okay, got it. What today being Monday, so we're talking about Tuesday.
Yes, yeah.
Kansas is red hot. They have not been super hot against the spread.
Well, Texas Tech's been good on the road. Last 5 ATS 4-1. They can put up points on Kansas's defense. I mean, Kansas beat them in Lubbock 75-72, but
Oh, that was a bullshit call too.
yeah, tough way for them to lose that game. And you know, they lost to TCU in brutal fashion. Texas Tech. And they shot really well. I think this is a nice bounce back spot for Texas Tech and Kansas. I mean, they almost lost that game to West Virginia. Like they were really.
But they didn't.
Ooh.
No, they didn't, but they didn't cover. And again, I was on West Virginia, and I think I'm on Texas Tech again here, getting 10 points.
I think I'll take it too. Texas Tech's fighting for their tournament lives. I think Kansas wins by 7, 8, something like that. Give me the Red Raiders to cover.
Very specific prediction. No, I think this is Kansas all day. I think the last 2 games are set up to trick you. It's a lot of points for Texas Tech. Wow, what a great value on the dog there. I'm sure we're going to be hearing about a money line later.
Not for me.
Kansas is locked in right now, and they play a short ass fucking bench. I don't see this as come on. Kansas,
You got women with shirts saying "I love Dick" all throughout the crowd.
Listen, nothing wrong with little Grady. I mean,
I want a dick rubbed on me tonight.
I think I might be rubbing that dick all March Madness because I might be a Bill Self guy this postseason.
Clip that one.
Which one?
The fact that you want to be grabbing that.
I would say you wanting to be a Bill Self guy in March Madness is more embarrassing.
Why?
Because
I think
Kansas.
this team is good. Kansas lay the points. Arkansas. I mean, it's a weird year for college basketball, Sean. I'm not watching a ton of teams that give me this team is one of the best teams in the country vibes. Kansas is obviously doing that. Speaking of a really good team that isn't doing that, heading to Knoxville, Tennessee, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Tennessee laying 7 against the Must Bus and Arkansas. Got out of Alabama unscathed, fortunately. Prayers up to the Razorbacks, doing things the right way, I assume. Any updates? I know it's not Alabama, but any updates to the Alabama situation we should be discussing?
No. They're staying.
Have we discussed the pat down intro?
Did we? I don't.
Yeah,
I've
we
done so
talked
many
about
shows I can't remember.
We talked about it a bunch.
I mean, this is
I'm like Fred Durst doing so many shows I can't remember.
Touring the country.
Still mind blowing. The whole situation. Alabama's like it's seceded from the country. Arkansas, Tennessee laying 7. Rick Barnes still in the country, unfortunately. I mean,
what do you mean? We love the fade in March. I'm very glad Rick Barnes is in the country.
He's been confusing this year though.
What do you want to send? Would you have sent Rick Barnes to Russia for Brittany Griner?
Maybe a future asset. Can throw something in there like a 6th rounder.
This Arkansas team is playing tough. They out rebounded Alabama 48-37. They held them 45.3% shooting. I mean, I know it was a disappointing way to lose. They were like winning for a while, and then it game got away from them, backdoored it. But I like them against Tennessee.
I agree.
See, I think Rick Barnes is the guy you send to Russia to do the negotiating. Clearly, someone who could sell ice to the Eskimos.
We still have that spy over there. Maybe we can send Barnes over there for that spy.
I should. Yeah. So once again, just teams I hate. Only reason I'm taking road teams on this this Tuesday. Give me Arkansas plus the points. Discord gets Tennessee. Enjoy Tennessee. Good luck with that. This is not the best matchup, but good luck with that. All right. Wow. Okay. So after us shaming you for taking San Diego State off the last card, we've got San Diego State back on the card.
Well, did you see that ending in Albuquerque?
We should have talked about it.
Lamont Butler 3 right in the face of Jamal Mashburn Jr.
Could have talked about that game, but instead we talked about NC State and Clemson. Well done, Colby. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Game. We're heading to Boise, Idaho for San Diego State and Boise State. It's a pick 'em.
Well, this is interesting because Boise State #1 in adjusted defense in the Mountain West. San Diego State #1 in adjusted offense.
I'm staying up for this one.
Boise State coming off an OT loss to San Jose State, and then San Diego State coming off that crazy road win against New Mexico.
You know I'm going to bet on our gals here, but some late night basketball.
I'm on Boise. I think Boise
Really?
because San Diego State just had a game-winning 3.
You don't think that
at the pit? Now they got to go to another road trip to the Extra Mile Arena.
I'm with Colby. Why is it called the Extra Mile Arena?
It's the Sandusky effect.
Oh, but, that's the second mile.
They're 13-1. They're 13-1. How many sandwiches did you make for Sandusky when you were at State College? All right.
He loved the footlong.
How's it going, Jared? How's it going, Jared? Coming right up.
He kept ordering the kids' meal. We had to ask him to leave.
He was a big fan of Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst was constantly.
That is a disgusting act.
Oh, it's a band name. Relax.
I'm with Colby. This is just I like the San Diego State team. I feel like I'm going to be betting on them in conference tournament play and stuff like that. But situation spot, this is a back-to-back road spot in 2.
It is.
Secret elevation.
Another thing is Boise. They lost at San Jose State in overtime the other day, or this would have been for first place. But Boise needs to solidify their trip to the NCAA tournament. They win this, they're in.
Yep.
Boise, 2,700, so it might get a little edge there.
So we're not going to talk about Boise coming off an overtime game. We're not going to talk.
No, we did. We literally mentioned it.
We're not going to talk about
times.
Boise losing by. Yeah, I mean, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. I mean, again, you're going against the brand and you're making a bad pick all at the same time.
No, I like San Diego State as a team, but it's a tough situation spot to go into New Mexico and then follow it up with at Boise State.
It is a long travel trip. The Mountain West teams, they got to actually go places. Unlike these East Coast tiny. So glad we're done with the tiny conferences of the East Coast. All right, Michigan State heads to Nebraska. Little Big Ten action coming off a bit of a doozy. I assume we're talking both of these games because it feels let downy both ways. Michigan State laying 3.5 here.
Have you been watching the Nebraska? Cornhuskers. They're coming to life. Fred Hoiberg's got this team. Have you seen?
I'm a fan of the mayor.
Tumananga from Japan, who Moneyline Mac thinks is Jackie Chan.
Oh, oh my goodness!
And look, they're red hot right now. The Cornhuskers are. I think they're going to take down Sparty. I'm excited to watch this game.
Nebraska 5-1 their last 6, 4-1 in their last 5 home games. ATS.
I forgot Michigan State lost that game the way they lost it the other night.
Tom Izzo. Ryan, one of our March Madness betting commandments is take great coaches with the quick turnaround. They can make adjustments, and Tom Izzo is always that guy in the tournament. This is a game they got to win in the Big Ten. I don't like the fact that they're road favorites, but this Michigan State team is really, really a good team.
Sean, I know
that was an unfortunate collapse, but I think they bounce back here against Nebraska, get the win, get the cover.
I think you're right. Actually,
give me Smarty minus.
Play my Benedict music.
Wait, are you? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Well, he was on Nebraska, made a lot of points for Nebraska.
I forgot about the loss to Iowa. I feel like had Michigan State won.
How did you forget that?
Well, because I was watching and Michigan State was up 12, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take Nebraska. We were sitting there at the bar watching this. I was like, I'm taking Nebraska next game. Forgetting that in the next 30 seconds that Iowa scored 15 points.
I will say, I know it's hard for our brains to adjust sometimes as data changes, but I don't think Izzo has been great in the tournament of late, especially. And Colby, correct me if I'm wrong, especially on the short turnaround. I feel like he's actually lost the number of second.
The
round.
UCLA game in the play-in where they were up 10 and a half,
that's
and
right.
but UCLA ended up being in the Final Four that year and almost went to the championship.
I love the Izzo trend too, but it feels like we are back at the Bam Legacy Stadium, and it's been years since that place has been open. So, yeah, give me Nebraska.
So I'm saying if we're gonna fade Jackie Chan, we have Michigan State has Tyson Walker. I just feel like they have the answers at the right spot to fade Jackie Chan.
I love that you can handicap. You can give an argument for both teams, no problem.
on
it's ultimate tout.
All right.
All right.
Hey, the king wanted his colonies back. What's the problem? Hey, we set you up. We give you nice supplies. We kill all the Indians so you can build a country. And now you don't want to pay taxes. What do you think? Colonies grow on trees? Ungrateful Americans
getting all uppity, talking about freedom. Do we really want to
come on, protect the crown? That's what we're here for.
Do we really want to do a 13th game?
Yeah, Louisville, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, this is one we've all been waiting for.
If you knew the game was in the ACC, would you open the box? I don't think.
You see, this wasn't originally on our notes. This is one that.
Oh wow.
Me and Stacking the Money had a conversation. We said, you know what, Virginia Tech was projected to go to the NCAA tournament. But
are they still projected?
I don't know why
they're not even projected to go to the CIT, Sean.
Are they projected to make the ACC tournament?
Unfortunately, every team makes the ACC tournament.
I know.
Do you remember what happened last year in the ACC tournament?
Oh, he's trying to flush that toilet on us, huh?
Virginia Tech. That would be the ultimate bring me back in. Virginia Tech laying 11. Wait. You have this in Blacksburg, but you also are representing.
No, it's Louisville, Kentucky. Exactly. My bad.
Virginia Tech is laying 11 on the road in Louisville.
This is a strictly money line play, Sean. You in Louisville money line? Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, you can't trust this Virginia Tech team on the road.
Got that
laying a big number.
That Papa John's Yum Center.
Hold on.
Papa John is in the house.
There are programs that are going the wrong direction, like my Hokies, and then there are situations like Louisville, where when you pull up Louisville again, granted they have won 4 home games, but they've not played well. Period.
Clemson might win the ACC. What happened when they went into the Yum Center?
They lost. That's true. They've beaten the juggernaut known as Georgia Tech. They've beaten Clemson, who has a massive horseshoe up their ass, and they've beaten Western Kentucky and Florida A&M.
Oh, this is a money line play, Sean. This is great value. We're getting this thing at. Let's go.
It's a lot of points to lay, but I think if you're Mike Young, you need to get your head out of your ass. You came back with a bunch of fucking 5th and 6th year guys.
All right.
And you fucking regressed. You lose to Miami twice.
Any chance to get Buzz Williams?
You
back
lose
on?
to. How dare you? You know I love Buzz Williams.
You know Seth Greenberg's still available.
Well, Seth Greenberg can go fuck himself because if you're not familiar with the story, Seth Greenberg had a chance to offer a scholarship or even just a walk-on spot to son of Greatest player in Virginia Tech history, Del Curry, is named Steph Curry. You might know him. Nope.
Never
you know
heard
what?
of him.
There he was too busy getting to the bubble and losing. It's fucking.
So where are you at? You taking Tech lane 11 on the road?
Yes. This is why would you do this?
This is
Because it's entertainment.
yeah.
No.
It's an entertaining show.
This isn't entertaining. I'm glad my emotions are entertaining to you.
How much did you contribute to the NIL fund of Virginia Tech?
Well, as you know, I stopped contributing any dollars with the Justin Fuente situation. I did start contributing again with Coach Pry, but the first
Are you
season
still gonna contribute?
is very disappointing, Coach. And we'll see. Maybe we'll need to get Bud Foster on the phone. He can convince me to donate again because things don't seem like nothing seems like it's going in the right direction.
Virginia Tech's 1-9 on the road, man. This is a smash spots for a screen. This is our money line.
You know what? If the chat thinks it's funny, I guess we can continue to use my emotions as something to laugh
Playing
at.
with your heart.
But
All right, Nathan requested in the YouTube chat that I do the buzzsaw again.
You know what? I tried to do that on one episode. Just wasn't the same, man. You have a unique skill.
You gotta pull back on it.
This is a better skill than anything Durst has on the microphone. All right, and
No, my greatest skill is editing together sound clips. Shout out to the Cocaine Bear.
What did Coach Leach say about that guy who ate like 1,000 hot dogs in a minute? He's like, you've captured it on your unique skill, and I wish you the best. Right?
I mean, they say everyone has an optimal lane. Not most people. Not Justin Fuente.
Time for lock dog, bonus lock, and the round robin / tripus. Kramer, what do you got? What's your first lock?
Indiana -5.
Oh no.
Kent State -8.5.
Okay.
Nebraska on the money line. This has been my emotionless lock dog bonus lock. Can't laugh at that.
All right. Duke at home -5.5. Indiana -5. Locks.
Never thought I'd see the day that Sean locking up private schools like this. Duke, well,
Indiana's a private school.
all right. If this John Shire guy pulled his face off like Mission Impossible and Coach K was underneath, would you be surprised for this late winning streak?
No.
You think they actually turned a corner? Jesus,
They turned a corner, man.
I like the pick
I'm
too.
going.
Youth movement.
I'm going Arkansas money line. They're a good team, and I'm not going to be shocked if they pull this out. So yeah, give me Arkansas on the money line.
That's a bold pick. I like that.
And maybe I'm kind of want to. Do I take out Duke and put in Boise State?
Ooh.
I don't want. I like San Diego State as a program. I can't do it. Colby, what do you got?
We're locking up. Yeah, I'll join you on the Duke front. They're going to destroy NC State and Cameron Indoor.
See, you're not at all worried.
No, NC State sucks ass. All right.
It's a look ahead spot though. That's why I lifted off.
Second lock, VCU -5.5 against this garbage St. Louis team.
I left that one for you.
Billiken's going to be coming.
The dog, it's the Louisville Cardinals, Sean. This is happening.
Oh yes,
This is happening.
Love it.
The tripus.
I'm gonna clear out all this shit in my locker.
What are we doing for the tripus?
I mean, how big do you guys want to make it?
I mean, I like a.
Do we want to get the tripus really swollen with value?
I like. We could do Clemson, Butler, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it. Let's go.
Appreciate
3
it.
teams all on the money line, round robin it. You go 2-1, you're gonna win a
Throw
nice
Indiana
chunk
in that
of
mix,
cash.
actually.
No,
What's
that's
up?
no, that's not the way.
No,
we
you can't do chunky favorites.
But
That's
Colby, if
Kramer's.
you want to join me on an Indiana VCU,
Let's hop
you don't
into
like
that.
Kent State, so just VCU and Indiana.
Yeah, I like that.
But we need to make it a tripus.
Let's add in the Clemson Tigers.
Oh, I was going to say Akron. all favorites.
Actually, yeah, let's go Akron.
Akron, VCU, and Indiana. Actually, that's
Actually,
let's get some Bitcoins out. Hold on.
Damn, I kind of like the Akron play even better than Duke. Switch my number one lock to Akron -7 instead of Duke because Green's on Duke. I don't want to be the same guy here.
All right, what Sean refuses to write down our second trap list because he's not a part of it. What do we got? We got Akron -7. We got VCU -5.5. People forget the last time I did this, it hit. So if you like a 3-teamer, which is probably about a 15-point dog on a Sunday, and then the last leg is Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Indiana -5.
So is there a chance on your Twitter bio that it's going to say sharp tripus better?
I think it's more like we'll figure it out, but I guess we can reference it. I kind of like the idea of just going
tripus aficionado.
I don't like the word being in my bio. I just maybe an octopus, the emoji. Since there's no tripus emoji, maybe we just put an octopus with the number 3 next to it. People will understand. That's a
fun emoji.
Tripus badge is the octopus emoji with the number 3 next to it.
Hey, make sure you check out. We already got one episode of conference tournament previews. Another one's dropping tomorrow. Although if you want the early version, you can go to youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. But we've already hit on Atlantic Sun, Horizon, the Patriot League, Sun Belt. And then we're doing NEC, Ohio Valley, Big South. That's dropping tomorrow, but you can get it early over on youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts, giving away gift cards there to the SGPN merch store, which has the first half under shirts in the building. Yes, we've already ordered ours. They're on the way. The t-shirts are super, super comfortable. And yeah, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money Green.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
And he is Ryan.
Stay tuned for the Missouri Valley, the West Coast, the Southern, shout out SoCon, Colonial and Summit League, all up next.
Kramer, let it ride.